let's jump right in. Welcome to this explainer. If someone new is getting behind the wheel of your car, updating your auto insurance can honestly feel a bit daunting. But Liberty Mutual is a leading insurance provider known specifically for making this incredibly user-friendly. Today, we're going to demystify the exact steps to seamlessly add a driver to your policy, whether that's a newly licensed teen, a spouse, or a roommate, and we'll look at why doing so is absolutely vital for your peace of mind, legal compliance, and financial protection.
Because handing over those keys, well, it's a huge emotional milestone, right? But before they even back out of the driveway, you've got to ask yourself, are we actually covered? Securing your finances and getting that total peace of mind literally takes just a few clicks. So we're going to learn the precise steps you need to take to seamlessly update your insurance.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover 1. Why add a driver, 2. Eligibility and requirements, 3. The step-by-step process, 4. Costs, benefits, and discounts, 5. Troubleshooting and practical tips, and 6. Our conclusion and next steps.
All right, starting with Section 1, why add a driver?
So what does this all mean for your wallet? Well, there's a stark, undeniable difference between a protected, listed driver and the huge financial risk of leaving someone off your policy. When you add a driver to your Liberty Mutual car insurance, they are fully covered under your existing liability, collision, and comprehensive protections. It's like a giant umbrella over everyone. But if an unlisted driver causes an accident, your insurance company might just completely deny the claim. That means property damage, medical bills, legal fees, all of that could come straight out of your pocket. Talk about a catastrophic financial liability, right? And the crazy part is, it's so easily avoided.
The golden rule here is pretty simple. Anyone who lives in your household and has access to your vehicles absolutely must be declared. We're talking spouses, domestic partners, teenagers, college students coming home for the holidays, and yes, even roommates. Even if they only borrow the car once in a blue moon for a grocery run, if they live with you and have a license, they need to be on that policy.
Moving on to Section 2, eligibility and requirements. Now, before you even open the app, gathering a quick checklist of personal and licensing details is going to prevent you from getting stuck mid-process. It also allows Liberty Mutual to accurately evaluate driving history and age requirements. So, what do you need? You'll need their full legal name, date of birth, gender, and their driver's license number along with the issuing state. In a lot of cases, they'll also ask for a social security number to pull credit-based insurance scores where state law allows it. If your new driver is coming from another policy, just have proof of their prior insurance ready to go. And hey, for drivers with past suspensions, you might need an SR22 certificate. Having all this ready makes the actual setup a total breeze.
Which brings us to Section 3, the step-by-step process. Because Liberty Mutual's platform is so user-friendly, getting your new driver covered really comes down to 4 super straightforward steps, whether you're on your phone or on the website. Step 1, simply log into your online account or open the app. 2, navigate over to your policy settings. 3, select the option to add or remove a driver and input all those personal details we just gathered. And 4, Liberty Mutual instantly generates a revised premium quote for you. You review it, you approve it, and bam, done. It's literally that easy. And guys, here is a massive, real game-changer benefit. The moment you click approve, your driver gets immediate temporary coverage. You don't have to wait days to hand over the keys. They are legally covered the exact second you hit confirm. The official underwriting review just happens quietly in the background over the next 24 to 48 hours. Once that clears, you get your updated digital ID cards and policy documents right away.
All right, let's talk numbers in Section 4, costs, benefits, and discounts.
Let's address the elephant in the room, the cost. While inexperienced teens or high-risk operators naturally cost more to insure, adding an experienced adult might actually have a minimal impact or even lower your rates. Adding a teen driver is historically the most expensive scenario, potentially bumping premiums up by $2,000 to $3,000 a year just because they lack road experience. High-risk drivers with previous violations, that can add maybe $800 to $2,500. But if you're merging policies with an experienced adult who has a clean record, like a new spouse, it could cost next to nothing or even drop your overall household premium since you might qualify for multi-driver discounts.
Now, if you are facing a rate increase, there's a fantastic way to offset it. Liberty Mutual has this telematics program called Right Track. It gives you an initial sign-up credit and can eventually earn you a discount of up to 30% just for safe driving. 30%! The program tracks things like braking, acceleration, late-night driving, and phone use. So if you're adding a safe driver, getting them into Right Track, or even having them take a certified defensive driving course is an incredibly powerful way to bring those premiums back down.
And for the younger drivers, maintaining a B average or higher at school can actually unlock a good student discount. This is huge, shrinking that premium by up to 25%. Also, if you're adding a college student who lives more than 100 miles away from home and they only drive occasionally on holidays, make sure you ask about the student away at school discount. That's another great way to lock in some fantastic savings. Basically, layering these different Liberty Mutual discount programs ensures you're never paying more than you absolutely have to. For instance, if adding a driver means adding a second car, you instantly secure a multi-car discount. Bundling your auto policy with home or renter's insurance, that can save you an average of $950 a year. Even super simple things like keeping your contact info securely updated, setting up autopay, or switching to paperless billing, all of those chip away at your premium.
Okay, moving into Section 5, troubleshooting and practical tips.
Let's clear up a common area of confusion, the permissive use clause. If your friend only borrows the car for a rare weekend errand, they usually fall under permissive use. The general rule of thumb is if someone borrows your car fewer than 12 times a year, they probably don't need to be officially listed. But, and this is a big but, regular operators must always be fully listed. If you have any doubts at all, the safest bet is to call Liberty Mutual and confirm exactly how permissive use applies in your specific state. Now, if you happen to run into technical glitches, discrepancies in driving records, or you're just dealing with complex driving histories, don't panic. Liberty Mutual's customer service agents can manually process the addition for you. The app is amazing for straightforward additions, sure, but if you're navigating an international driving permit, an out-of-state license, or a recent suspension like an SR22 filing, just jump on the phone. An agent is definitely your best bet to make sure everything gets coded perfectly with zero hassle. Couple more quick tips for a smooth process. Always take an extra second to double-check the data you enter, especially those VINs and license numbers. It really prevents annoying delays later on. Also, if the new driver is bringing a financed car onto your policy, remember that their lender likely requires deductibles to be capped at $500. Oh, and if you're adding a brand new, inexperienced driver, this is the perfect time to tack on Liberty Mutual's 24-hour roadside assistance. It's just a few extra bucks, but it covers towing, dead batteries, flat tires. Trust me, the peace of mind when they're out on their own is totally worth it.
All right, let's wrap this up in Section 6, conclusion and next steps.
So to quickly summarize, by following these actionable steps, adding a household member to your insurance becomes a totally seamless process. Just gather up those licenses and personal details, log into your app or the web portal, review the new premium, aggressively stack those discounts like Right Track and the Good Student discount, and then finalize it so your new driver can hit the road with immediate coverage. And remember, if you hit a snag, Liberty Mutual's online FAQs are fantastic resources. Ultimately, updating your policy isn't just some boring bureaucratic chore. It's the ultimate shield for your financial future. It's the wall standing between your hard-earned savings and the unpredictable nature of the open road. Seriously, don't risk a denied claim just to save 5 minutes when the platform makes it this incredibly easy. Before we go, please note that this explainer is for informational purposes only. You should always verify details directly with your insurance provider or consult an insurance specialist to address your specific needs. Because at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, before you hand over those keys, are your finances fully protected before they pull out of the driveway? Thanks for joining us, and stay safe out there.